The robot uprising isn't coming, it's here. What we're talking about is not a scene from a scary movie. This is real. This is happening right now. This is the world's first mass deployment of humanoid robots. An army of automated workers marching out of a factory in China, ready to take their place on the assembly lines of some of the biggest companies on the planet. For years, we've been told that humanoid robots were decades away, a fantasy. But while we were distracted by chatbots and image generators, the revolution was quietly being built. And now it has begun. We're not talking about a few prototypes in a lab. We're talking about hundreds of units already deployed, with orders worth over 100 million already. And this is just the beginning. By 2030, some experts predict that nearly 200,000 of these robots will be built every single year. Others say that number is far too low. My viewers know I've said here it's going to be close to 1 million a year. See the post posted on Thursday. So what does that mean for you? What does this mean for the 800 million jobs that are now at risk? And what happens when these robots, which are already learning at an exponential rate, become smarter, faster, and cheaper than human labor? Stick with me, because in this video, we are pulling back the curtain on the single biggest shift in the global workforce in human history. And the reality is more shocking than you can imagine. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back to the AI Guide, where we break down the AI news that actually matters. And folks, this is huge. Forget everything you thought you knew about the timeline for AI and robotics. The game has changed, principally because of China. This story was first reported by The Hindu, link below, shows hundreds of Walker S2 humanoid robots built by the Chinese company UBTECH. They're being shipped out to major industrial factories. We're talking about giants like BYD, Foxconn, Geely, with Foxconn being the company that builds electronics for Apple. These aren't just robots that can move boxes. These are full-size bipedal humanoids designed to work on the same assembly lines as humans. They can handle complex tasks, use tools, and get this, they can even swap their own batteries to work 24/7 without a break. Now there's a warning for you. This is a monumental leap. We have officially moved from the era of one-off prototypes to the era of mass-produced, industrial-grade humanoid workers. And the scale of this operation is staggering. UBTECH has already secured over 800 million yuan, or about 112 million US, in orders for its Walker series robots just this year. They're on track to deliver 500 units in 2025, but they're scaling up production at a terrifying pace. Their goal, an annual capacity of 5,000 humanoid robots by 2026 and 10,000 a year by 2027. And this is just one company. There's at least 40 companies now making humanoid robots. The global forecast is for humanoid robot production to explode. ABI Research predicts that by 2030, we'll be seeing nearly 200,000 humanoid robots shipped every single year. But other forecasts, like the one from Markets and Markets, who produces good forecasts that we use at work, by the way, put the market value at over 15 billion by 2030, with some aggressive estimates from KBV Research going as high as 39 billion. This is real money, folks, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. We're at the very beginning of an exponential curve, and that brings us to the question that's on everyone's mind. And look, if your mind is as blown as mine is right now, do me a quick favor and smash that like button, subscribe to the AI Guide, and ring that notification bell. We're a small team dedicated to bringing you the unfiltered truth about AI, and your support is everything to us. And if you want to go a step further, you can support us on Patreon with a membership. $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month makes a huge difference. The link is in the description. Thank you so much. So, what happens to human jobs? For years, the debate has been theoretical, but now we have real-world data, and it's not pretty. According to a stunning analysis by Bain & Company, one of the biggest consulting firms in the world, among other things, humanoid robots are rapidly approaching cost parity with human labor. Between 2022 and 2024, the cost of these robots dropped by over 40%, while human labor costs continued to rise. A robot like Unitree's G1 at $16,000 already matches the annual cost of a minimum wage worker in the United States. Plus, of course, no vacation time, no calling in sick, etc. Bain predicts that within the next 3 to 5 years, humanoid robots will take on a meaningful share of physical jobs. We're talking about the backbone of our economy: manufacturing, logistics, construction, cleaning, and even some food service. Several projections are even more dire, suggesting that 800 million global jobs could be at risk by 2030 due to AI and automation. Now, I'm going to say that's too aggressive of a forecast, but by 2035, yeah, that's real. This isn't about robots just taking the dangerous and dirty jobs anymore. That was the cover that the companies gave us all. This is about replacing any task that is repetitive and physical. And as the AI powering these robots gets smarter and smarter, the range of tasks they can perform will only grow rapidly. But back to what we were talking about a minute ago. The part of the story that no one is talking about. While some companies are laying off workers, a surprising study from MIT Sloan found that, in aggregate, robot-adopting companies have actually increased their overall headcounts. How is that possible? It's a paradox. While these robots displace manual laborers on the factory floor, they create a new demand for different kinds of jobs: robot technicians, AI supervisors, maintenance crews, and logistics coordinators for the automated workforce. Yeah, this is true. There will be new jobs created. The problem is these jobs are not the same jobs. The skills are completely different. So we are not facing a future of mass unemployment necessarily, but rather a future of mass displacement and a massive skills gap. The person who used to work on the assembly line can't just become a robot programmer overnight. This is the real crisis brewing, a workforce that is unprepared for the new reality that is now upon us. And this is happening at a time when we're already facing a global labor shortage. Goldman Sachs predicts a shortage of 85 to 100 million workers over the next 5 to 10 years. So are the robots coming to take our jobs, or are they coming to fill the jobs no one wants? The answer, it seems, is both. Yeah. And that is a very complicated and very disruptive situation. So, the robot army is here. It's not a question of if anymore, but a question of how fast. The mass deployment by UBTECH is the starting gun for a new industrial revolution. See my video, Fifth Industrial Revolution, from a week or so ago. A revolution that will be faster, more disruptive, and more profound than any that has come before. Over the next 5 years, we're going to see a fundamental reshaping of the global workforce. Some jobs will disappear forever. New jobs that we can't even imagine yet will be created, and every single one of us will be affected. And that's true, not just factory workers. The first, we're already seeing significant disruption, is white-collar office jobs, but that's also going to hit professionals too. Lawyers, doctors, consultants, etc. The question is, are we ready for this? And you can see super famous people on YouTube right now saying we are not. Are our governments, our educational systems, and our companies prepared for this tidal wave of change? Right now, the answer is a resounding no. This is why you must be proactive and get into a relatively AI-resistant job. And I've talked repeatedly about those. But since we're talking about elimination of factory workers here, plumber and electrician will last a while. So what do you think? Is this the beginning of a new golden age of productivity or the beginning of a social crisis? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching the AI Guide. We'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon. Every little bit helps, for real. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve. Take care.